Hi, sixth grade. So this week we're going to be starting a new novel, Hatchet. What I recommend doing is going ahead and taking all of your Tuck Everlasting stuff, including the book, and putting it in the folder that I had given you for the Hatchet novel. That way you'll kind of keep yourself organized. As we move forward here. So, Hatchet, this is the novel we're going to start this week. The thing I want you to know first about Hatchet is that it's an adventure novel. This means that the characters are fighting the elements by themselves or with a friend. They usually have no adult assistance. This is a real world setting. It could be in the past or the present. The characters are like real people. They're often very easy to identify with. They often put their own happiness on the line for others. There could be on a quest to accomplish or defend a goal. They might battle against nature or some negative element in society. Remember, think back to Where the Red Fern Grows. It had a lot of elements of adventure in it, although it also had historical fiction. It was also a lot of adventure. So I want you to keep this in mind as you're reading. You have an elements of adventure sheet, so go ahead and take a look at that. The problem that is usually occurring during this time is the characters survive dangers from the environment, the situation, or other characters in the story. And there are different types of adventure stories. We have survival, war, exploration, espionage, and heroism. So as we're reading, I really would like us to think about which type of survival story this is. So the first thing I want us to do is go ahead and take a look at the Before You Read page 12 in your packet. This is something you're familiar with. We've done similar ones before. So look at the focus activity. Remember, these focus activities, they always kind of come back around in the questions. So I highly recommend going through and jotting this down, and then that way you'll have that to come back to. Okay, so looking at the quick write, thinking about setting a purpose for reading. See how Brian becomes motivated to help himself. Let's look at the background information here. It says, did you know? A heart attack is often caused by coronary thrombosis. The word coronary means of or relating to the heart. The word thrombosis means the formation of a blood clot, thrombus, in the heart or blood vessel. A heart attack occurs when a blood clot blocks one of the arteries that bring blood to the heart. Without a constant blood supply, heart muscle can be damaged in a minor heart attack. The victim may experience only chest pain. In a very severe heart attack, the heart muscle stops working altogether. Cardiopulmonary resuscitation, or CPR, is a first aid procedure for heart attack victims. Its goal is to keep some blood flowing through a victim's body and to supply the victim with oxygen. Pressing on a victim's chest about once per second forces the blood through the heart and into the arteries, allowing blood to flow into the body. Releasing the pressure allows blood to fill the heart again. Performing mouth-to-mouth resuscitation about every 30 seconds gives the lungs, and therefore the rest of the body, a fresh supply of oxygen. Without a supply of oxygen, a person who stops breathing for whatever reason will die within 4 to 6 minutes. So we have a few vocabulary words. Amphibious, able to function on both land and water. Audible, able to be heard. Hummocks, small round hills. Turbulence, irregular air motion, especially as felt by airplane passengers. And wince, to shrink back to finish. So now that we have done our Before You Read, I'd like you to begin reading chapter 1. We'll read chapters 1 through 4, so doing a chapter each day. So I hope you enjoy this beginning of the book. I love this book. It has a lot of interesting elements, kind of keeps you on the edge of your seat as you read. So see what happens with Brian as he begins his adventure.